Hey everyone, it's Brian Mellett. I'm principal with B Green Consultants. Thanks for joining me on my Facebook Live here Wednesday, February 5th, 2020. Wanted to take a little bit of time to discuss with you an interesting article that I had a chance to read last week. It was titled Branding and Product Descriptions, or Predictions rather, for 2020. And I found the article, of all places, on Forbes.com, a very conservative business publication. So that in and of itself says a lot about where some of the non-traditional businesses are these days, namely the cannabis industry that we do a lot of work in. B Green Consultants is a sales consultancy that works with entrepreneurs and small businesses, helping to market their products and services on both search engines and on social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. We specialize in building websites, creating content, as well as managing digital marketing campaigns. And we have a niche in working with non-traditional businesses, such as those businesses in the cannabis industry. And so when I saw this article, it caught my eye, number one, because I found it on Forbes.com, which is a very conservative publication. So again, that struck me as, it's a real good indicator of just the growth of acceptance of the cannabis industry. And there were a couple of interesting predictions for 2020 that I thought I would share with you. As first things, as far as the industry is concerned, there are some aspects of the industry as it's maturing that were noted in the article that I thought would be great to share as well with you. The first is that there continues to be sweeping legislation across the United States. There have been fantastic gains that have been made, not only on the medical side, but on the recreational side, the use of cannabis. And most analysts believe that sweeping legislation is going to continue across the US in 2020. Now, that's due in part because there is a tremendous amount of popular interest in the cannabis industry now. And so the legislation is in large part a result of that popular interest that we feel, again, is going to continue and grow in 2020. With that interest, that's created this boom from a marketing standpoint. So we're seeing a lot of businesses entering the space. There are new businesses all the time looking to serve certain niches. There are magazines that are launching, websites. There's a lot of articles being written, like this one, focused on the growth of the cannabis industry. So we foresee that momentum continuing through 2020. So it's really exciting to see how the interest is affecting the legislation, and we anticipate that positive momentum continuing in 2020. Another change that we've seen over the last year or so with regards to marketing is that marketers now are able to reach some non-traditional markets that were difficult to reach in the past. And that is in large part because of acceptance, in the eyes of the majority of the public regarding cannabis. So this has created some marketing opportunities in demographics that were very difficult to reach in the past. So from a marketing standpoint, again, very exciting because it gives us a lot more opportunity to promote, to get the message out with a lot of the cannabis businesses that we work with. Again, it's been difficult in the past. There continue to be challenges with marketing, with this industry. However, we've been very successful in finding creative ways to help our clients to market their products and services not only on Google, but on the social media platforms as well. So we're excited about that growth continuing as well, and the opportunity to market to new demographics, more non-traditional markets that we haven't had a chance to reach in the past. One of the reasons that those opportunities are available now is because over time, the consumers are becoming more educated, right? So as the cannabis market matures and a lot of investment money is coming in and a lot of marketing is being done, the consumers are becoming more intelligent, more educated about the products. Therefore, the marketers then, in turn, can become more technical in the information that they share, right? So that's another real positive that we see continuing in 2020. As the consumer becomes more educated, they are going to transition from maybe trying the products, right, without a lot of knowledge about the product lines. They're going to be continue to transition from trying certain products to then doing research and requesting certain types of products because they've done their research. So that's going to change the way companies are going to be marketing too, going forward. To this point, a lot of the marketing has been about getting new consumers to try the products. As the space matures, the messaging is going to change with it, and it's going to become more of a race to get those educated clients to not only try your product, but become really a champion for your brand. So branding, I believe, is going to become more important as the space matures. And we're going to see that continue, I believe, in 2020 as well. There are 3 predictions that were shared in this particular article, and I thought they were right on the money as well from my experience with working with our clients. First one is, in 2020, you're going to see more messaging that includes certain keywords such as organic, fresh, terms with farming in them, because there's going to be a push to reach the health conscious consumer, especially with the cannabis that's used in the medical field and with health and wellness. So I believe you're going to see more and more products and more marketing with those types of terms in them as we go through 2020. Again, really segmenting and hyper-targeting certain groups within the cannabis space rather than just trying to build momentum of any kind as this legislation was beginning to sweep across the U.S. The marketing is going to ride the wave of the popular interest, and as the consumers become more educated, the marketing is going to mirror that. And I believe the marketing is going to become and continue to be more segmented with how the products are marketed and the types of consumers that they're looking to reach. The second prediction, if you will, regarding branding or products is that with the success of CBD and all of the products that have come about with CBD, there are other parts of the industry that I believe are going to benefit from the growth of CBD. And there are other parts to the cannabis industry that through testing hold substantial health benefits for consumers going forward. There are CBN and CBG, for example, that are going to become more well known, I believe, in 2020 as additional testing is done and more products are introduced to the market. Again, being aided by the popularity of CBD over the last few years. So that's another prediction that was made that I agree with as well. And then the third prediction was that there's going to be a push for transparency in an effort to build trust. I believe that wholeheartedly. We have built an online course that we offer to entrepreneurs and small business owners that are looking to manage their marketing in-house. And so we have a course that we offer. And in doing some market research ahead of building that course, I spoke with a lot of business owners in the cannabis space. And probably the most consistent issue that I heard across the board was that their consumers were unsure of the quality of the product. So there is certainly a lot of room and a lot of work to be done when it comes to building trust with the consumers about the quality of the products. That lends itself to transparency with the brand, that builds that trust, that builds that loyalty with your consumer base, which enables you to grow as a business. So I foresee additional testing, more transparency with the ingredients as well, going forward here in 2020. And all of these things, again, are not uncommon with a market that is maturing. I did a lot of work in the green space back in 2008, 2009, 2010, and in green and sustainable products. And there were a lot of these same hurdles to clear back in those days. And now green and sustainable products have become mainstream. So I foresee a lot of those types of things being experienced as the cannabis market continues to mature as well. So those are just some thoughts that I had on an article that I had happened to read last week. I thought it was well written, had some good points to it, and it really mirrored a lot of what we're seeing with the work that we're doing with our clients. So if you have any questions for me, please message me on Facebook, or you can email me at bmellet@bgreenconsultants.com. And again, I thank you for joining me on this Facebook Live Wednesday, February 5th. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for my next Facebook Live, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care.